Hey everybody, it's Brad.
And Krista.
The Big Family Homestead. Explosions. We save the explosions for Sunday nights.
Yeah.
We do a live stream on Sunday nights. We save the boom boom for then.
Yeah.
So today we got a good deal on turkey.
Yeah, we got an excellent deal on turkey. Last weekend, actually last Friday, we bought 2 turkeys at 99 cents a pound, which we've bought them cheaper than that, but this was still a really good deal because they were, I think, over $2 a pound.
And I have a feeling those prices are not coming down anytime soon.
No. So they spent the week chilling out in the refrigerator, thawing, and now they're ready to be canned.
Exactly. So I know I was looking, Lola Granola and the Moldy Soldier, and there's some more of you guys that have said you've pushed back on canning meat. You've canned other things, but not meat. And today we will demystify, because
I hope
it's all about the pressure, the time, and the heat. That's all it is.
Right. Well, and the right amount of water inside your pan helps with that too. When we first started canning, I thought all the jar, with pressure canning and water bath, the water had to be above the jars.
Nope. We were wrong.
We were wrong. That is only for water bath. For pressure canning, you only want the water about this far up the jar. So here's a clean jar. You only want it like a third of the way up. So that was something that I learned that I had done wrong for a long time.
She's got a trick to show you about that so you don't run out of water.
Right.
But also, let's go ahead and go through the basic process, because just overall, and then we'll do it. Okay,
a basic
first
process
things
of
first
canning.
is you get your meat.
You have your meat. Yes. I have some cut. I don't have it cubed yet, but I do have it cut off of the bone. Here, right in here. I did not deal with the wings yet, just because they're a pain. The legs were a humongous pain, and I'll show you why. But you have your meat, and then you have clean jars. They don't have to be hot. They don't even have to be sterile. I just bought these a couple of days ago, and I washed them with hot soapy water.
Clean.
They're clean. They don't have to be sterilized like you would with water bath. Because this is a pressure canner, the temperature gets way hot, and so it's going to kill anything that's in here.
That's right. That's right. And so nothing can survive in terms of botulism.
Correct. You also need a lid and
a ring.
A ring. You can use these that come with it. You can use Tatler lids. You can use whichever one. But they have to sit in here and finger tight, not super tight. You don't want to crank this down because your jar could crack. Another thing you need to check. Hold on, I gotta put these back so I don't misplace them. Something else you need to check if you're using older jars or even brand new jars. Make sure there's no cracks.
Yep.
Or chips on this ring, because then you won't get a good seal.
That's my job. I'm the chip checker.
Right. And after we put the meat in here, we'll use a canning funnel like this.
Those are so nice.
So nice, so that way you keep the edge clean. But even after, while using this after, I always clean this edge with vinegar.
Yep.
It just cleans that edge up really nice. So, basics, and then your pressure canner. I forgot the lid's over here.
Oh, that's okay. We got a second one because, boy, when you get canning, it's a pain in the butt. Let's just be honest.
It is.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Piddly work, and you have to sit and watch it. And if you're doing any amount of stuff, one canner was so tedious because you'd go for hours on end.
Yeah.
And so having your time in half.
Yeah, having 2 of them, you can get one going and then get the other one going, and then this one's done, and it's a nice way to get things going. Here's the lid for the canner. It sits on there nice and tight. There's a seal in here that you want to make sure is not dry, rotted, or cracked. And make sure it's clean. Also, that you need to make sure that this is clear.
Your vent hole.
Yeah, so I washed this off earlier, and all I do is I just blow through here just to make sure that there's nothing,
no blockage.
no blockage. And you can actually even hold it up to the light, and if you see light coming through, you're good. And then the weight. A lot of canners have weighted
vent covers.
These are the vent covers. And they weight on here. Some of them are set for 5 pounds, 10 pounds, and 15 pounds. I don't have one of those.
We did.
We do,
We
but
lost it.
no, we do have one, but not for this canner. It's for the All-American canner that we have.
Yeah.
I do have an All-American canner. It is the shorter version where the quart jars don't fit in there very well. So I use that one for pints.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't have one of the specific weights for the Presto counter. I've looked for them and I just can't seem to find them.
For people who don't know canning at all, what does this doohickey here?
This shows that your pot is sealed.
Right.
If you have
when it pressurizes.
When it is pressurized. If you have an Instant Pot, the Instant Pot also has one of these gadgets that shows that your pressure canner is sealed. And do not open it. Do not attempt to open it. If you've messed something up,
it would explode.
If you've messed something up, shut it off, let it cool down, and just wait. But don't attempt to open it at any time until this gadget drops. Then you can open it.
Wilderness Woman is correct. And don't forget, if you get a new seal, replace your emergency valve release. Yep.
Yes, exactly. There is a little rubber gasket right here. Right here. If your pressure gets to be too high, this pops. So got to make sure that that is nice and set in there.
Moldy Soldier, no, you cannot.
Cannot what?
You cannot. You cannot
No.
can on a glass stove.
No, you cannot.
No, that'll end up breaking your stove.
The temperature gets to be so hot that your glass top will crack. Get an old electric stove, put it in the garage or outside in a canning kitchen, or an old gas stove. But yeah, please do not pressure can on a glass top. Not a good idea.
It would be a bad thing.
Yeah.
Poop on a stick, man. Yeah. Some days you're the poop, some days you're the stick.
Yeah.
What?
Anyhow.
What is he saying?
I'm not sure, but funny. So with the trick that I learned, and I learned this a long time ago from a channel, a sweet old gentleman, old Alabama gardener, on how you can add more water to your pressure canner. And you have one of these in here.
You need that so it doesn't sit directly on the bottom.
Yep, you need this spacer on the bottom so that your glass is not sitting in direct contact with the heat. But adding rings down there, you can use wide mouth, you can use narrow mouth, it doesn't matter. That just adds an extra ½ inch or so of water. So it's pretty awesome.
Yep.
And also, okay, if you're doing pints, you can do multiple layers in these big canners. Just buy some of these extra ones. You put your layer of pint cans down, put this on top of it, and then you got another layer of pint cans.
Yep.
So I've done that with corn, and it was awesome.
Okay, I'm checking.
You can buy a jiggler for that canner. So you won't have to watch the gauge.
Yeah, you can.
I have looked for them. I haven't looked super hard. I have looked, but I haven't been able to find one
Well,
yet.
that's part of my job. I monitor the pressure because she's usually busy doing something else. So I'm watching and she doesn't actually let me do much of the process.
That's not true.
It is true. This whole time she's been cutting up turkey and I keep saying, can I help with something? No.
It's okay.
Okay, I'll just stand over here by the computer.
Just do your job, I'll do mine, and we're good.
All right.
So,
all right.
I have already put some cold water in here, and it's about here on my finger. Now, so that's about an inch and an inch and a half above the spacer, okay?
That's important.
That's important. Now, when I put the cans in there, it's going to displace more water so that it gets up higher on the cans. Now, if you guys hear me say anything wrong, let me know, because I like learning more about canning, even though I can't. If I say something that's contrary to the ball canning book,
That's where we learned.
that's where I learned.
The ball canning
Right.
book.
So I may have just mislearned or just forgot.
Yeah, you have one job, Brad. Get it right. Jess.
Thanks, Jess. Okay.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. So I have our turkey here. I don't know if, oh, you got the,
What you need, baby? You
Camera.
want that? Oh.
Yeah.
Yes, we can do that.
where's our light? It seems so dark.
It's too far away.
Oh, weird. Okay.
We didn't have enough extension cords.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so here's our turkey. This one came with the neck and the gizzards, and those are going to go into our stock pot for broth. So I'm just going to go ahead and put those in there. I will take them out of the bag, so don't worry. You got the heart, you got the gizzards, you got the liver.
Yeah, we'll be making broth too. So.
Yes. Now this turkey comes with a turkey popper. It also came with gravy.
Gravy.
Gross.
I think that they put that gravy bag in there just to change the weight
Yes.
so they can charge you more.
Yeah, well, okay, this is really funny. We bought 2 of the same turkey. One of them came with 2 gravy bags, and the other one came with just one.
I wonder what's cheaper for them, to stick watered down gravy in a bag or more turkey.
Yeah. Right. So now I'm going to show you how I debone a turkey. Oh, is that in the way?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, here.
There we go.
Shove that back. I never went to school for this. This is just how I have learned over the years processing chickens. Excuse me, I drank that tea and I'm now burping. I'm going to first cut away some of the skin here.
Well, as you're going, I'll answer a couple questions.
Okay.
Can you use an outdoor camping Coleman stove since I have a glass top stove?
Sure.
If it can get up to pressure.
Oh, yeah.
If it can get up to pressure, because it may not be able to put out enough BTUs. I would think that it would not.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Kel is saying, or Keith and Sarah is saying no.
Oh, you can't? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it would get hot enough. But let's see what else. You know what you can do? Yeah, the gravy bag is gross.
Oh, nasty.
Chum doggy.
Yeah.
Chum doggy.
I wouldn't even feed that to the dogs. Let's just say that.
Okay. Well, where do you work, Moldy Soldier? So they're at work. They got to watch the replay.
Oh.
So we're gonna
see you later.
Call. Now, where do you work?
Oops.
I'll call. Say hi.
Tell them you're working.
That'd be cool. Can I speak to the Moldy Soldier, please?
That's funny.
Yeah. You know what you can do, and we have done in the past, is look on Craigslist and get a cheap stove that somebody's throwing away. It doesn't matter if it's beat up.
Right.
Stick it in your garage. Or the propane stoves are the best.
Yes.
Because you can actually just hook it right up to a camping tank.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. I forgot to sharpen my knife again. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut the wings off. And the easiest way for me to do that is just to stretch out the wing like this so that I can just kind of cut around it and get around that knuckle.
The knuckle.
Yeah. And I got to tell you, I was fighting with that other bird earlier. It did not want me to cut it up.
Who else is at work? Anybody
I'm at
else?
work.
Moldy Soldier, Lola Granola.
Men at work.
I believe she's at home. Friend Arthur says a friend pressure cans on Coleman stoves all the time. Yeah, like I said, if you can get it up to pressure, then you're off to the races. I just didn't think that it would give you enough BTUs.
Yeah, I don't.
But if he's saying you can do it, then you can do it.
Yeah. So this is honestly, this is very piddly. Trying to cut away all of this skin to get to the meat. And there's this, it's almost like a sack around it.
It's a fat sack.
It's not just fat, but it's like a liquid.
Maybe that's not really a turkey at all. It's an alien,
alien.
That's its actual suit.
Gross. All right. Now, the leg here, I'm going to just kind of pull this back and pop the socket. And no, it's not on a phone. And then,
Nebo.
so, I don't know if you can see this at all. I gotta turn it around.
You can see it pretty good.
I gotta turn it around. Okay, so right here, I've got this thigh pulled up. This is a whole big piece of meat here. And it is, I think it's my favorite part of the meat on a turkey or a chicken. It's just such a good piece of meat right there. See that right there?
Oh, go toward the camera. There you go.
Well, it's kind of turned.
I know, but you can see it well there.
Okay.
Nebo's at work, so's Steve. But he works from home.
Steve. What do you want? No.
That's from a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was it? Over the Hedge.
Almighty powerful Steve. What do you want?
Yeah, they named the hedge Steve.
Steve, yeah. Anytime I hear the name Steve, I think of the movie.
The movie.
All
what do
right.
you want? Yeah.
Yeah.
I can on my glass stovetop all the time. Done for 35 years. Oh my gosh.
Well, you have one of the ones that
Presto canners say that their can be used on glass.
on glass top, okay?
I
have always
the ball
been
says don't do it.
Don't do it. I've always read don't do it. I've even read in the manuals for the glass top, don't pressure can on them.
We actually did not get a glass top stove in
At our last
house because of that.
Yep.
But Grandma Donna apparently likes to live on the edge.
Well, okay.
She's a wild woman.
Yeah. Okay, so as you can see, it's still kind of attached at the knuckle, but I'm using I'm using gravity to help me find it and to cut away from it or cut around it. So as you can see, I've got just this little bit right here. And there.
Got it.
Done. Okay. So that's one side.
Of over the hedge all day now.
I know. I know.
And what's great is that scene, Steve, when they're confronting the hedge and they think it's like a god or something. Yeah. The possum who's doing the talking is actually William Shatner.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Oh, great and powerful Steve.
What do you want?
What do you want?
Yeah.
Don't forget about your knife, steel, and your preps. Use your sharp. Yeah, she
yes,
did. Okay.
I did. I sharpened it before.
Good call though. Creative flow. She did sharpen it because people don't realize, when you when you're working with a dull knife, you're working against yourself. You work harder, and that's when you make mistakes.
And that makes it more dangerous.
And you slip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot to sharpen it before this turkey. I sharpened it before the other turkey.
Yeah. We need self-sharpening knives. Or better yet, we need little tiny lightsabers.
Yes.
But
no, see, that would cook it as you cut it, though.
Oh, and cauterize the edge.
Yeah.
Maybe they can make a guard of some kind.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
We'll have to wait.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Now, I'm going to show you the other side. I'll get the wing first. Again, I'm using gravity here, I can kind of turn it this way, to cut around.
The knuckle.
And cut away from you. Please. There's the knuckle. You see it right there?
Yep. As you're cutting toward yourself.
I wasn't. This was in the way. Shut it.
Oh, my Lanta.
Shh.
See, this is something that, what's funny is I'm constantly telling her, stop cutting toward yourself.
Be careful.
I was a Boy Scout, and I had a totem chit. And I never had any of my
Boy
corners.
Scouts.
I never had any of my corners torn off. Not once.
I taught Boy Scouts, if you remember correctly.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What a goober. All right. Now I'm going to bend this back. Makes it a lot easier to find that knuckle. And cut
Jess
around.
was a former EMT. Yeah, she's mentioned that.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I appreciate your safety comments. Can anyone recommend a good sharpener? Keith and Sarah, I have honestly struggled with finding a really good sharpener. I've tried the grinder ones that are automatic. And then these ones here.
I like them the best.
I don't like them.
I do.
I used to. These ones here are nice because you basically just set it on the counter. Bang.
No.
Or no.
The knife on the
knife
counter.
on the counter.
Right.
And then
you drag that.
Drag it across. Yeah. And it's got a guard here. And it was great when it was like new, but once you've used them just a little bit, they dull down pretty quick.
It's
I want to figure out how to do one of those really nice stones.
Yeah, that takes talent, takes practice. And I don't want to mess up my knives because I like my knives. Okay, now all that's left here is the breasts and the tenderloin. And I'll work on the side. I'll go from the side with these. So there's you can feel along here, you can see the edge of the breast. I'm just going to cut right along that bone.
Brad is a goober.
That's what I said. I said, you're such a goober.
Oh, goodness. It's a good thing I have thick skin, Heidi, or I would just come after you verbally.
And then, okay, the tenderloin and the breast come apart relatively easy. So I just take my thumb and kind of run my thumb down there, and it just pulls back. And then, again, using gravity as your friend,
Gravity is our friend.
Gravity is our friend. Just cut the breast along that bone there. And if I'm good, I won't drop this breast on the floor.
Brutus wouldn't mind.
Yeah, well, I will. Okay, see? Big, humongous turkey breast. Look at that. Brad said that would make a great turkey sandwich.
Would be. Oh my gosh.
It's a joke.
Amy says, my dad was a meat cutter for 40 years and he loves the old-fashioned steel. That's what I'm thinking, like one of those that shink, like that. Mm-hmm. We have one, but I don't know how to use it.
I don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Now, with the tenderloin, it's attached here on the side. I kind of do a little slit right here, and then a little slit right here on this side.
Yeah. It's all dusty. There's a reason for that.
We never use it.
I don't know how to use it.
And then I put my fingers between here. There's kind of it's easy to press through with your fingers.
And it gives you such a satisfying feeling.
No, not really. And then you can kind of just rip it out of there.
Tear it.
Kind of. Like that. There, I'll just cut it. And there, tenderloin.
There you go. Nice.
It's like a 5-pound tenderloin. Not really. All right. Now, other breast, I'll show you. Just cut along this bone right here.
Here's a good tip from Lori T. If you use an outdoor stove, please use a breeze block.
Yeah.
Any breeze can fluctuate the canner's temperature.
And that's a
really
great idea.
Wise. That's good. Chum doggy. I use this yellow sharpener I bought from Menards. It works pretty good on all kinds of knives. I love Menards. That's a nice little ad there.
You must work for Menards. Who is that?
You're profit sharing right now, aren't you there, Chum
Totally.
Doggy?
Oh, their channel name is Chum Doggy. That's funny.
Yeah. I love the 11% rebates at Menards. That's a different person. Space Girl.
It's funny.
Lola Granola says, I bought, I'm sure it's spelled corrected. I bought extra guides and can only get one side of the knife beautifully sharpened. The other side is dull as
All right.
Funny.
Just about done.
Funny.
Now, I'm not worried about all of this extra meat that's on here, right? Because this is going to go into our stock pot, and we're going to make stock with it.
And they'll make a bunch.
Yes. So I've got one of the turkey carcasses in there already that I cut. For it to fit, I actually have to break it into 2 pieces. Otherwise, it doesn't fit.
And here's another little thing too, guys. We've done this many times.
Mm-hmm.
If you have more carcasses than you need, because you don't need 5 to make stock.
No.
You really only don't need 1
Yeah.
or even a half of 1.
Right.
Freeze it.
Yeah.
Put that sucker in a bag and freeze it if you can't use it right away, but don't let it go to waste.
No. Nope. There. Stick that in there. And then put this in the pot. Like so. In the pot. And this pot is actually got too much carcass in it, so I probably will freeze some of it because that's just way too much.
Yeah.
A lot of times what we'll do is we'll wait until after we're done canning the meat, and then we'll use both of these pressure canners to make stock. Ooh, gross. Ugh. All right, I gotta wash my hands. I'm knee deep in it.
Baby.
Ugh.
So I'll read a comment here. Brad, a hone doesn't sharpen, it rolls the edge. I don't quite understand that. Husband is a knife man. It tells me sharpening stone is the thing that actually makes it sharp. Cool. I am one of those who does not know, and I need to know. I need to learn.
All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting some meat to put into jars. Oof.
I can pack the jars if you want to.
Okay, can you grab a bowl? And that way I can just...
Absolutely.
I can cut it, and then put it in the bowl.
Yep.
Okay. And what we'll do is we're just going to make 1-inch cubes. Doesn't have to be perfect. You just want them to, I guess, kind of be even. So like I started out with the tenderloin. They start out this way. So I'll cut this piece in half.
And then I'm going to grab some jars. I'll pack them from that other side.
Okay.
And like she said, these are clean jars.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, they don't have to be sterilized. Just clean, and they don't even necessarily have to be dry because you're getting ready to put turkey in them or meat.
Yeah, 15%. Okay, now here's the thing, guys. Here, I gotta wait till she gets enough to pack a jar anyway. I watched a video this morning on farmers because the reality is that the Soviet Union or Russia has decided they're not sending fertilizer over here, which we get a good portion of our fertilizer that produces the food that people buy in a store. So the estimate is they're looking at 40% more inflation on food by midsummer. So
Canning
some
turkey.
food.
Yeah.
Hence why we're canning. Mm-hmm. So I can't even imagine what that's going to be like when you're paying like $5 a pound for turkey, $7 a pound for turkey.
We just won't.
We won't.
No, we'll raise it.
Yep.
And we'll free range it.
Yep. Which is another reason why we need to get more chickens.
Mm-hmm. And we will be getting more chicken. Oh my goodness, guys. We went to Tractor Supply the other night when the kids were at church.
Yep.
Which was probably a good thing that the kids were at church. Canning funnel.
Yeah, I need that. Thanks.
They had chicks at Tractor Supply here in Wisconsin. And I love our new Tractor Supply. I'll just say, it is such a nice store. It's huge. It's one of the bigger stores. It used to be an old Kmart, and they took half of it and made it a Tractor Supply.
How full do you want them?
Up to, stop shaking it. I can't see. Up to here.
Okay.
Well, maybe a little lower because we've got to put water in it.
Yeah, and you're supposed to kind of poke the bubbles out of it.
Yeah. So we'll use a fun little tool.
Yeah. See, now, Heidi says make your own fertilizer. Well, okay, but you're not making all the food for the entire country. So these farmers that have to produce massive amounts, they don't have a way to make that much fertilizer.
Well, think about how much stuff you buy from the store. I mean, you can't grow everything you use. I wish we could. We're not there yet. I mean, because our animals still have food. You know, we still buy our chickens food because it's winter here 7 months out of the year and there's nothing growing. There's no bugs out. You know, we have to be able to buy them grain.
Well, and
that price is going to go up.
All those prices affect each other. It's not like you can get, you know, $6-7 a gallon in gas and not think that it's going to affect cereal prices.
Right.
Because cereal prices are also dependent on gas to get it from point A to point B, whether it's the wheat or whether it's the completed product.
I mean, most cereals are made with corn.
It's all going to affect each other.
Yeah. All right, do you want to, those can be just like white meat, and then we'll do a dark meat ones?
100% up to you, baby.
Let's do that. Because that's going to be the easiest stuff to
Trying
cut.
to keep one clean hand so that I don't go to touch the mouse on the computer, but I used the wrong one.
The wrong hand.
I got to do it backwards.
Yeah. Now, these Presto canners hold 7 quart size. I believe it's 8 pints on the bottom. So then if you have 2 layers, you can do 16 pints, but 7 quarts at a time. And then, of course, half pints, you can probably stick 50. No, not really. I don't know how many half pints you could put in the canner. But
can you ferment cattle feed too? Yes.
Yes, you can.
Keith.
You can.
I've seen a lot of farmers up here do it.
Yeah.
I mean, we ferment our chicken food, and that has reduced our cost by nearly 50%.
Yeah.
They put out the same amount of eggs, same big eggs, and they're happy, and they don't make as much of a mess.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
The eggs are, okay, so when our chickens are free-ranging, the yolks are very orange. The yolks right now are almost as orange as when they're free-ranging. So they're not the pale yellow, almost white egg yolks that you get from the grocery store.
Ooh, Hawkins Hill says the last couple times they canned turkey, they smoked it, then they canned it. Heck yeah. You all right? Make sure you get it on the turkey.
Sorry, folks. I tried to cover the microphone, but I don't think it worked.
Well, besides, it'll all be killed in the process.
No, I didn't sneeze on the turkey. I sneezed into the microphone, which made it loud. Oh, boy.
We're almost there.
Okay,
Almost
so
to
this
2
is
quarts.
Yeah.
There's more here
This
than
is
you think.
this is just the breasts, the tenderloin.
There we are.
And this is just from one bird, just so far. I've got the other ones over here.
Yeah, this is. There we go. Yeah, just to give you an idea.
Yeah.
Yep. All of that cutting right there is 2 quarts.
Yeah.
Lori, that's very kind. Oh, they're saying God bless you for your
Oh,
sneeze.
thank you.
I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, there's a delay.
Yeah. That's funny.
So, how many do you think we're going to get?
Ooh, I have no idea. No clue.
See, that we've never been a good judge of that. Like, X amount goes to X amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll set these.
You should probably weigh it to see how much weight that is.
Okay. Can do that. That scale
Put an
still
empty
over here?
jar, yeah, in the cabinet, right, no, middle, yeah. Put an empty jar on it, and then put the full jar on it.
Sure.
Or zero it out with the empty jar.
Yep. Oh, zero it out. Use your clean hand, Brad.
Yeah.
Now let's zero it out. Okay. 1 pound,
12 ounces.
12 ounces.
Awesome.
12.3 ounces. 1 pound, 12.3 ounces. On that guy. You could really stretch that a long way.
Oh, yeah.
And what some of the stuff that we have done is turkey and rice.
Yep.
That's nice. We've used these as starters for pot pies, which that's great.
Yeah.
Everything, okay. Let's see. What do you guys use? I mean, some of you have not canned meat before, but for those of you who have, what do you use the final product when it's done for? Because one of the things we like to can a lot is our homemade chili. And that gets used all the time.
Yeah, we like to do the canned chili. And we don't eat it just as plain chili. We put it over noodles.
Yeah, kind of Cincinnati style.
Yeah. But our chili, not Cincinnati style chili.
Right.
Not a fan of that.
Christa, I love your canning pots. What size are they?
23 quart? I think they're 23 quarts.
Big.
They're the big ones. They're not the 16. It's either 21 or 23. I can't remember.
How long do you ferment? I fermented 24 hours, and I have noticed a big difference.
Chicken feed?
I'm assuming, because we talked about chicken feed.
We have...
It's a running.
It's a running thing. So at night, when we do the milking at night, we put the chicken feed in a small 2-gallon bucket and then pour the milk in there and mix it up. And by morning, it's already bubbly in a warm place.
Yeah.
We put it in the garage where it stays nice and warm.
Yeah, if you leave it out in the cold, it's not gonna
It'll
work.
freeze. But when you're first getting it going, probably a day or two. But I think...
She's saying she's getting success with 24 hours, but
Yeah.
I would let it go 2 days.
Yeah, I mean, well, okay,
Depends on where they're at.
So, yeah, by morning, so we put the milk in there at night. By morning, it's already bubbling and doing its thing. So, but we don't wash out the bucket. We keep some fermented stuff in there. So it's got it's like a sourdough.
It keeps going.
It's got its own starter in there.
So Nebo Allen is asking a question that, yes, absolutely. Are you going to sterilize your counters afterwards with colloidal silver?
Yes,
You
we
bet.
will be.
I didn't know you could do that till we had that interview.
Yep.
Yeah, we interviewed a guy that his company makes silver products.
Goodness.
And it's called Ameolife.
Ameolife, yeah.
And I didn't realize.
It's Ameolife.
I keep saying it wrong.
I know, we do too. I do too.
But yeah, you can sterilize all kinds of stuff with it because of the silver in it. Did not know it.
Yep, we will be doing that. But as you can see, I've got a cookie sheet underneath my cutting board to catch any meat, any whatever. But I still will be cleaning the counter and the stove top after we're done. And we've got granite countertops. We were so blessed. When we moved in to see the granite countertops.
We've always wanted them and could never afford them.
Right.
And then they just happened to be here.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like God said, here you go. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Delaney B's got a good point.
Yeah.
Here it says, just a word of advice on canning chili. Do not use Tatler lids for canning chili. The starch will get into the seals.
Interesting.
Because we've done both. We've got Tatler lids, but then when stuff like this, we go traditional.
Yeah. The starch. What starch? Oh, from the beans, probably.
Probably. Either that or I don't know.
I don't know.
Something new.
Yeah.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah. No, we use mainly the traditional lids. I really like them.
Yeah. Like you said, in pressure canning, you don't need to sterilize your jars.
Right.
In water bath canning, as long as you are processing time, it's 10 minutes or longer, you don't need to sterilize those jars either.
Oh, okay. I've always put the jars in the water bath because you're supposed to use hot jars with hot liquid. So they're always just in the water.
So they don't crack.
So they don't crack, yeah.
Are you somewhat or equally distributing dark/white meat between the jars?
No, right now we are just using the breasts and the tenderloins. We'll do dark meat in different jars.
Okay.
And not that we're trying to...
Say this is the only way?
Yeah, we're not saying that this is the only way. You can mix it up however you like. I started cutting the white meat first and thought it would be easier just to do that because the white meat is easier to cut than the dark meat.
Yeah, and little things like you can put any kind of seasoning you want in here. We generally just use salt, and that way you can keep your recipe on the other side when you're actually going to use it. It can be very utilitarian. You can use it for a bunch of stuff.
Right.
But if you wanted to make it taste like whatever, you season it up that way.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the canning book actually didn't even say that you needed to use salt.
It didn't. I was surprised. With poultry and fowl, it said you didn't need to use salt. But with meat and pork and venison, or with beef, I should say, you were supposed to use salt. We're using salt. It's a preservative. And it adds some yummy flavor. And we're not using a ton. I mean, a teaspoon for a whole quart is a good amount.
It's enough.
It's not a ton of salt.
Starch from the beans, says Dorothy.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Wilderness woman, I like raw packing.
Yep.
Hubby likes all the meat browned first. An extra step, but it makes him happy, so I do it.
Aw, you're so sweet.
Or I do some his way.
Now, if you're going to be canning ground beef or any kind of ground meat, you do need to cook it first and strain off the fat. Man, this is a lot. How many do we have over there?
You only need 3 more.
Okay, 3 more.
Yeah, because we need 7 to fill the...
Okay, here's another fun fact tip. If you have gotten all of your meat cut up and you still have space for something else, fill the extra jar or 2 jars with water. Because you don't want to have a lot of space between your jars because they'll rattle around. So put those water jars in there, and then you got canned water.
This is interesting, guys. I'm sorry to cut you off, but Katrina's sister here made a comment, and YouTube flagged it as waiting for me to see.
What was it?
The only word in here that I can suspect that they didn't like, Russians.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't do that,
no.
Katrina. And then it went ahead, but just so you guys know, isn't that interesting? They're flagging that word as potentially harmful.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can put an empty jar, or not empty jar. Don't put an empty jar. Put a jar of water in as your spacer, so that you can have a full canner in there, and then you've got canned water.
What is a Mio Life? Oh, it's a Mio Life.
Yeah.
They make silver products that are like
ionic.
It's like colloidal silver on steroids.
Yes.
It's the easy way I can make that understandable. Yeah. And they put it in soap, and they put it in solutions that you can drink, and you're not going to turn blue.
Right.
And
you'd have to drink a milk truck full of it every day for a year before you would see the slightest effect.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
His words, not ours.
Yeah. Is this all
Katrina, I had no issue with your comments.
No, not an issue with your comment at all.
My issue is that there's too much censorship going on.
Yeah.
Okay. We've got.
Is this gonna fit in there?
Oh yeah, not in this one, but I got another one.
Okay. Well, this is all the white meat there is.
Well, then we're gonna have a mixed.
All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so
there's 4.
Let me show you how to take apart the thigh and drumstick, or the leg. You find the edge of the skin.
K&S, question about head space. You mean up here?
You need 1 inch head space.
Like that?
Yep. So I'm just peeling back the skin from here, and this membrane, ugh, it drives me nuts.
My yourself and I, maybe all y'all can go to Rumble and cancel YouTube. Well, here's the problem. We've been on YouTube for 6 years? 6?
No. Well, yeah, 6. Yeah, over 6.
A long time.
Yeah, a long time.
And we have grown to know so many of you. Mm-hmm. Not all of us 300,000 people that are on our channel
Right.
do we know very well, obviously. But we've gotten to be friends with a lot of people, and we don't actually have a channel that's terribly controversial.
No.
And we stay away from politics most of the time.
Well,
Every
yeah.
once in a while, I can't
Can't help
bite my
yourself.
lip anymore.
Yeah.
But so generally, we're off the radar, so to speak. Even though we are very conservative, even though we are very pro Second Amendment, all of that stuff, and we try to do as much self-reliant things as we can.
Yep.
But they don't usually bother us.
No.
And so we just figure, well, why go to Rumble and have to start over?
Yeah, I don't want to.
That would be horrible.
Yeah. We've worked, Brad especially, has worked very hard building the community for...
Well, we all have.
Yeah. Oh, it's a heart.
Think about it. I mean,
Look at that.
we have over 2,000 videos.
Yeah.
Some are things like this. Some are things like using tractors. Some are, just vlog videos. Some are recipes. And that'd just be a lot of work to try to recreate that.
Yeah. Look, it's a heart.
Yay.
All right, this is the thigh. It's a humongous thigh. And I'm going to just take the bone out here. Just cut down the center on both sides of the bone. And then try and stick my fingers underneath it so I can stick my knife in there.
Patty Lang, Sacred Mementos, says, new to the channel, love that you're doing this.
Well, thank you. I'm glad.
That's very nice. Okay, now here's an interesting thing, and this is possible, so I want to mention it. Hawkins Hills says, I think Ball changed their guidelines to 1.25 inches for poultry, which is possible because our book
possible.
is really old.
Our book is old.
And I'm seeing somebody else, God's Third Acre, says, yes, 1.25 inches headspace now.
Okay, so
They
we
did
should
change
probably
it.
take
I'll pull a
some
little
out, and then that way, maybe make, because we've got to get water in there. And so it might be, you might have packed too much in there.
I'll take a little bit out and spread them out.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Not a big deal. I don't like wasting space.
Yeah. No.
Like this one's probably good right here.
Yeah, maybe. All right, so turkey
Yeah, that's
bone.
1.25 inches.
This is the thigh bone. That's going to go in my stock pot.
That's 1.25 inches.
And then this is, oh, I got some cartilage here. I'm going to get that out of there.
Ooh, this part's gross. Digging back in. Yuck. I don't like this anyway. You guys got to know
hates
something.
touching raw meat.
You guys got to know something. This is all about love for you because I hate touching raw meat.
Yeah.
It's underneath my fingernails right now, and it's like, oh. I don't mind doing a lot of gross things, but just something about that sound. It's like, here, listen.
Really? Oh boy.
Yeah,
Okay.
oh boy.
All right.
These lids are going to need to get cleaned very well.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so trim off as much of the fat from the dark meat pieces as you can.
Hawkins Hill says that's a
hungry.
recent change this year.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
You know, I really wish they would just stick with it and figure it out.
well, it's done. Yeah. Thank you for your sacrifice, Brad. Jess is a dork.
Stop. Be
No, she's
nice.
not.
She's gonna not come over tomorrow then.
She'll say something very, very pointed. I'm sure.
I'm sure.
That was a gross sound. Desert Rose. It came through okay. And all right.
All right, I'm leaving that. I'm not. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut this up. Yeah, it's that sound is over here too. It's really kind of gross.
We should get a little microphone just for the sound.
No.
I could do that.
No. Stop. Golly.
I prefer nerd.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Do you save the bones and skin to make broth? Yes.
Yes.
Trina, yes. Matter of fact, they're right over there.
Yeah, I've got a stock pot mostly full. I put them over there just to get them out of the way, but I will be freezing some of the carcasses because there's too much there.
Since you don't like removing for the wings, can those with the bones? Oh, you could.
Yeah, you can. Actually, I read, I don't know if this is a new change, but in my canning book, it shows that you can, if you have poultry that is bone in, you only can the quart-sized jars for 75 minutes, which I thought was very strange.
Yeah.
But,
and we double check this stuff before we make videos,
Yeah.
guys. It's not just like we're guessing at it. Yeah. But that is a new rule that is, we'll adhere to.
Yeah.
1.25 inches. Don't mash it down so much, Brad.
Yeah.
Okay, I think you're almost there, Mom.
Okay, good.
Are we there? Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. Just one more.
Okay.
And then
So,
we can show them.
I started to debone the leg. I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Because, holy moly,
We'll
what
eat 'em.
a pain.
Let's have that for dinner.
Yeah, we totally could. So,
We'll have those.
I started with one, and I'll show you what it looks like.
It's big.
This is what it, started like, right? There are all of these, here, I'll show you here.
Oh,
All of these tiny little pin bone
Bones.
things in here. Holy smokes, folks. I am not messing with that. No way, Jose. We will, you know what? We'll roast those up and we'll eat those
that's
later.
dinner.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here?
Danny Thrive says, I canned 5 pints of meat last week and 3 jars of water without lids. Ran for 75 minutes. Then I realized I forgot to put water in the canner. It was a mess. Oh, no.
No, that's not good.
At least it was inside the canner.
God, no kidding. Yeah, I've had stuff crack on me. I've had jars crack where the whole bottom just cracks off and then just makes a mess in the canner. There's nothing you can do about it, and you can't use whatever's there. It's not possible.
There are a few other
shards.
people agreeing that drumsticks are a pain.
Yeah, I'm not. I started with the one, and I was getting so annoyed.
She was borderline, sinning.
Cursing. No.
She didn't cross the line, but she was borderline. She was right there.
Brutus was laying right here. Okay?
Our Saint
I was
Bernard.
over there. I was like, Brutus, get out of the kitchen. Because he always has to lay right where... So anyway, I got really annoyed because the dog was in the way and the stupid thigh or leg was just... Ugh.
So Hawkins Hills, I hate deboning the legs too. I will say though that when you smoke the meat, it pulls off so easy.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Another reason why I love doing it that way. That's one thing I want to learn this year. I've not been good at smoking meat. I've done it a total of 3 times, and it was below average on each time. And so, time to learn. I got to do it.
Oops, sorry. I smacked you in the hand with it.
We're getting close, Mom. Almost there.
Okay.
And then I will have the best time washing my hands. You have no idea.
Oh, I know.
Can't
Yeah,
stand this.
both my hands are slimy, and I'm cringing.
Cringing.
Yeah. I could have worn gloves, but then I can't grab things as easily, I could have worn latex gloves, but that just gets in the way.
Yeah, Cindy is late to the party. Did you raise these chickens? No, this is a turkey.
This is a turkey, yeah.
We got it at a good deal, 99 cents a pound, which is why we're stocking up.
Yes.
And why we're putting them in here so that they can be in our root cellar and not require freezer space or electricity.
Yep.
Because if things head south, you're going to want to have some of this on the shelf.
Mm-hmm.
Ute Gilbert. My German Shepherd is always at my feet in the kitchen. Usually his favorite spot's in front of the stove.
Yeah. Because that's where the food falls from, if you're lucky.
Speaking of German Shepherds, we had one when I was growing up. Had two.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to have one as an adult, but we always end up seeming to get other breeds, which is fine. Mm-hmm. But I saw some videos on you're good, Mom. You're done.
That's fine. I got to cut it anyway. So.
On what is that? The Belgian
Malinois.
Malinois?
Yeah.
Those dogs are crazy. Mm-hmm. Climbing straight up trees, like jumping onto
almost even
like
upside down
10-foot walls.
Mm-hmm.
I saw this. They have even competitions. It was psychotic how fast they would pay attention. Mm-hmm. Sit, roll, lay down, blah, 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 left, right, and they're just going.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, okay. I will put this bowl over here, like this.
So what you want?
I'm going to wash my hands.
I'm coming after you.
Oh.
What you want?
Hands. Yuck.
Edgefield, South Carolina, says Deborah Oster. We did marathon canning season of dog food yesterday. Wow.
Nice.
48 quarts.
Holy smokes.
Whoa.
What did you put in your dog food?
Yeah, do tell. How did you make your dog food?
Because when we had our last beef cow butchered, all of the scrap, the organs and things like that were ground into dog food for us. And we have, I think, 40 of them. 40 pounds.
Gross.
Yeah.
Won't come off?
I know.
Get off
you got to rinse it. You got to rinse it off first.
I know.
Can I get a rag, please, honey?
Yucky.
Thank you.
Ugh. Underneath the fingernail.
I know. It's disgusting. All right. So I've got some the canning lids here and just a pot of water. And I need to heat that up. I'm going to move this one out of the way.
That feels better.
Yeah.
You want it hot?
What?
The water.
No, I got water in the pot already.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to turn this on. I don't want it boiling. I just want to warm up these seals here. These rubber seals, I just want to warm them up, soften them up.
That was a mistake we made when we first started canning. We thought that you had to boil them to sterilize.
Nope. Alrighty. I'm going to move this out of the way. Yuck. And no, that's not a joke. And for now...
I don't have the silver stuff handy. We'll get it
Yeah,
later.
I don't have it handy,
We'll get it later.
I'm just going to use vinegar really quick.
Vinegar for now.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, may I have those jars, please?
You may. There you go.
Okay, stick that there. Thank you. Thank you. So, that took a long time.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. All right, so I've got a clean rag here, and I'm just going to pour some vinegar on the rag, and I'm going to just wipe the edges. Just kind of rub them.
That way you get a good seal.
This way you get a good seal, and it's clean. I should probably do this after we get the water in and the salt. Sheesh.
I'll get the salt.
Salt's right here.
Well, here, I'll assault them.
You're going to assault them?
Yeah, where's the teaspooner?
Right here.
The teaspooner.
The teaspooner?
Yes.
Okay. And I will get some water.
One. And just a side note, we use this pink Himalayan salt. For whatever reason, it's not as salty tasting.
Yeah.
But I don't know what that they say that it has all these helpful blah blah blah
minerals. It's just the minerals. Yeah.
We've just grown to like it.
Yeah. And you're not a teaspoon of Himalayan salt is not. Leave it there. It's not as salty as table salt. Table salt has been super heated.
Now, Here, I'll show them too.
I'm going to have to...
Where's a poker?
Yeah, it's... I have one of those gadgets, but it's downstairs.
That's all right.
Just use one of the white...
We can use our knife sharpener.
No.
What?
No. You'll break the jar.
I know.
Something plastic. Just a plastic spoon. And we're just going to press it down on the sides.
Get rid of the bubble spots.
Get rid of the bubbles. Make sure that the water is above the top of the turkey.
Let me jump to that camera. Here, this one's in need of
Yeah. There.
release.
See? Just like that. And I'm kind of pushing in at the bottom just so that the water goes down and inside all of it.
Garden grower, you're smoking your meat too long. If it didn't turn out, usually 5 hours is good at full smoke. If you can make a smoker out of a large cardboard box, a refrigerator box, and some dowels running through it, and some charcoal. I would probably end up making a Viking funeral out of that.
Yeah.
I would have to have something that I could feel a little more safe with.
Yeah. We actually have an old freezer that we're thinking about using as a canner. It's got metal shelves in it.
Yeah. But somebody said don't do it because of the
it's
plastic.
plastic, yeah.
But I don't know if that
If you
really
use a
matters.
cold smoker, it probably would be fine.
Right, blow the smoke in from the outside. Is this going? Yeah, that's going. Okay. Redmond salt from Utah mines, local to America. I love that you guys are sharing ideas between you too. That's really awesome.
Yeah.
Part of the reason what we're trying to do, build community.
Yeah, because, you know, we got to learn from each other.
Yeah, what if you didn't have a ball canning book?
Exactly.
Now I want turkey.
No.
We're having turkey for
Sick
dinner.
of looking at turkey.
Turkey for dinner.
Honestly, when we make Thanksgiving turkey, I don't want to see another turkey for 6 months.
Funny.
I love turkey. I just don't want to look at it.
How do you use the canned meat? Cindy. Okay, we did talk about that, but that's
She may
okay.
have not been here.
That's okay. That's okay. I was going to say. A lot of folks were saying different recipes. Think about it like this. It's so utility. You could use a turkey and rice. You could use it as a base for soup. You could use it for
Pie.
pot pies is one of our favorites. You could easily make it into a gravy. Mashed potatoes. That would be good. Because I love, oh my gosh.
Hot turkey over gravy? Or hot turkey and gravy
turkey
over bread?
sandwiches. Open faced.
Chicken salad or turkey salad.
Oh, yeah, duh. Yeah. Okay. Brad, Julie wants to know the title of the tomato penne sausage video. That one that we made last week?
It's been a while.
No.
Creamy sausage and tomato pasta.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's her favorite
It's
recipe.
my favorite, yeah.
Creamy sausage and tomato pasta.
Okay. Now I can clean the tops with the vinegar. I'll just put some more vinegar on the rag.
Yeah, Delaney B is right. Pink salt is awesome, but a heads up, it will make the jars a little cloudy, but preserves the flavor wonderfully. That is true.
We've never had that problem on the inside. The outside, if you don't use vinegar, it makes it cloudy because the hard water causes it to be cloudy.
And we'll get to that tip.
Yep.
I could imagine fried turkey on top of a green salad, lettuce. Ooh, yeah. Have a very good tortellini Alfredo pesto bake that would be great for turkey. That sounds good.
All right. Now, these are
It is
done.
super tender when it's cooked, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, super tender, super delicious.
We've done this with beef. Ooh. We've done this with all kinds of different meats.
All right. Now, got my handy dandy gadget, my magnet. Of course, I can't get it.
You want me to bring it over there?
No, it's okay. I'm going to take this and just put this on top. It's barely even hot. Let me turn that off.
Yep.
And then grab our lids, or rings, I should say. And then we're just going to put this on here and just finger tight. Don't crank it down, just where it's just tight, not super tight, just finger tight, right? And then we're going to place it in the cold pot. Mm-hmm. This is off. The water is cold. Our jars are cold. We don't want to put cold jars into hot liquid.
Yep.
Cause them to crack.
Melanie, any way you guys can put on your website a list of basic supplies you use to do pressure canning, including what size pressure canner? You know, possibly.
Yeah.
That's a possibly. It just depends on how many hours there are in a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
If we get 26, no problem.
Yeah. 26 hours. Good Lord. Okay.
Okay.
Now, oh, fudge. Wash that one again.
Why don't you put chicken broth in your juice for these jars? Wouldn't it be better? Okay, that I can answer. It's amazing without it. And so while we do make our own broth, it would be an extra step that I don't think is necessary. And
an extra cost, unless you make your own.
Right.
Yeah, if you made your own broth, you could do that. But
it
honestly,
it doesn't lose like the turkey flavor.
No, because it's going to make a broth in here. I mean, you could put onions and celery and carrots in there, and then you could definitely have a good broth in there. But it just makes a really good. We use it as a gravy starter. So. Okay, now the fun part.
Let me see how can they see. Nope. I can tip. Well, no, I would dump the water out if I tipped it.
Here,
but to give you an idea, the water's up about this high, with everything displaced.
See?
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
Yeah. And if you're hold on one sec, and if you're just now watching, her trick is
I can show them in the other pot.
Canning jars underneath that
canning lids.
Plate.
Yeah, I can show them in the other pot.
Okay.
All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to get the lid and pop this on. Now, for those of you who don't know about Presto canners, there's a little V here on the lid and then a V here. And you would match those up.
Line them up.
Line them up.
Then it goes
and give it a twist. And now it's sealed. It's closed. It's not, you can't take the lid off. I'll turn this around.
Use this one.
I was going to.
Yeah, because I'll be able to dial it in a lot easier if I
have
access to 2 different burners.
Right. Okay. So now this is going to come up to a boil, and then we're going to let it steam for 10 minutes. Steam coming out of here for 10 minutes, and then we'll put the top on.
Yep. Then we let it raise up to pressure, which is 10 psi.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
For 90 minutes.
Yep. Okay, here's the other one where he was telling you about how we raise it up. We use extra canning lids to give it a little extra height so we can add more water to it so it lasts longer.
Right.
Oh, we forgot to put vinegar in the water.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not to pressure yet, so.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm actually going to take this one out and pour a splash of vinegar inside.
And the reason why?
Keeps the cans from being cloudy on the outside.
Yep.
Because of the hard water, it kind of softens the water a bit.
That way they look nice on your shelves.
Yeah, and honestly, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter.
No. It just makes them harder to clean afterwards.
Jean Lee is asking, is there any kind of meat you cannot can? I don't know the answer to that.
Fish?
I think Bulletproof was saying he has done that.
Oh.
I can tell you we saw a video and we tried something that we'll never do again, which is hot dogs.
Hot dogs. Ugh.
They were disgusting. Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, no.
But
No, ew.
I don't know the answer to your question.
No. I can just, no.
Oh yeah, don't forget it is daylight savings time this Sunday.
I know. I saw that this morning. It's like, oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be extra fun because I got to be at church at 7:30.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So. Mm-hmm. Cool. Canned venison is great, people say. Yeah.
I've never had canned venison. We actually had canned venison here at the house, but we never really cared for venison.
We chickened out.
So we gave it to Claire and Cody, our daughter and her son and her husband, because they like it. So I was like, well, I don't want it to go to waste, so I'll give it to you guys. So.
Yeah, canning hamburger. I've never done it, but
Yeah.
it looks good. Mm-hmm. But we have recently, for the last 5 years, had our own cows. Mm-hmm. So we raise our own beef. So it's not like we generally have a lot on hand.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we get probably 100 pounds of ground beef every year.
Every time.
Yeah.
Let's see. A little light, a little longer. Yeah. Yeah. Just reading some comments. What happened with the hot dogs? They kind of got
poofy.
Yeah. You know what happens to a hot dog when you stick it in the microwave and they're cheap hot dogs? Mm-hmm. And they just kind of go, it looks like some kind of alien that turned itself inside out.
Alien brain.
And they got really dark and
like poofy and
curled.
smushy like marshmallow.
Yeah, it was so gross.
It was so gross. And so we opened it up after canning it after a little while. And which one of the boys was it? Was it David or Jonathan? I think it was Jonathan ate some of them and then hurled a few minutes later.
Yeah, I just
gross.
smelled it and was like, I'm not touching that.
No. Mm-mm. No. I mean, canning, I was just looking at the comment, have canned hamburger, it works out so great. I don't see, canning hamburger would be so versatile. I mean, you could put your seasonings in there for whatever you want, taco meat or sloppy joe or whatever, and then...
You're supposed to cook it first, though.
Yes, you're supposed to cook it first, yeah. So you brown the ground beef, strain off the fat, but see, then you're losing all that flavor. That's another reason why I don't want to I don't think I would want to can it. Yeah, K&S, gross. Yeah, it was really disgusting. Yeah, we proceeded to get rid of those and not waste the jar.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, it was gross.
So I have canned meatballs. Do they stay together when you bring them out?
You probably cook them first.
Oh yeah, probably.
And then I would imagine you dry can them because you're not putting broth in there because then that would make them come apart.
Yeah.
You could probably get rid of the small
Crystal
camera.
72. Oh yeah, we can probably go to the main one. You're right. Are they worse than Vienna sausages?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. They were nasty.
Yes.
I wouldn't feed them to our dogs.
They would like them.
No, I wouldn't feed them to the dogs. I like our dogs. No.
Hear that, Brutus? Hey.
Oops.
Uh-oh. Is that on the microphone?
I think so.
Dribble it in. Brutus. Oh, he's sleeping. Caleb wore him out playing this morning.
Yeah, it was really funny.
They were just playing tug of war and
Come here, buddy.
running.
Come here. Come here. Oh. Hi,
Uh-oh.
Nana.
Nana spotted
Come here,
the
Brutus.
raw chicken.
Come here.
The turkey.
Come here. Sit.
That's how tall he is.
Sit. Good boy. Jojo, good boy. You want a treat? I think they want a treat.
They got pepperoni. He's a big boy.
We got... Oh, for crying out loud, this is heavy.
Corned beef.
So we got PB Nanas and pepperoni. What would you like? I know Nana wants a PB Nana. You want a Nana? Nana, come here, Nana. Sit. Oh, good girl. There you go. They're little.
Hey, there's Bandana Grandma.
Oh, those are so little.
Hey, Brad and Krista and friends.
Hello.
I love canning. So easy to grab it and use for quick meals.
Hey, you want
Once
one of
found
those?
boneless, skinless breast for
it's a good
99
boy.
cents a pound and bought a lot of it and canned it. That's what we got this turkey for. 99 cents a pound. Their
Got one of
bandana.
those? You want a PB Nana? Huh? You want a PB Nana?
Oh, Brutus.
You could eat this whole bag in just a bite.
Yeah.
There, that's all. Okay,
He's a big boy.
all done.
Out you go.
Go on. Out you go.
He's going to lay down right there. You watch.
Nope, keep going. Out you go. Go
Keep her
on.
moving.
Keep her moving. Lay down. Oh. His head is like this far below the tray that I have raw turkey in over
Get
there.
out of there, dude.
Go lay down, you silly boy. Oof.
The hot dog. Sorry.
It's okay.
I didn't see. The hot dogs you canned, a known brand or an off brand. It was Ballpark.
Were they ballparks?
Yeah, but they were not the pure beef only.
No. No, don't
See,
do
that's-
it.
that's
Just,
the
I don't
thing.
care what brand it is. Don't do it.
I mean, I like hot dogs, but you can't go cheap on hot dogs.
No, you can't go cheap on hot dogs.
'Cause there's
And
all
even
kinds of
ballpark ones are
beef.
cheap.
And now you can get them without all the goop in them. What's those
Uncured.
nitrates?
Yeah, uncured.
Yeah.
We get them from Aldi. We get some uncured hot dogs that are really good. Beef hot dogs are really good.
Brutus and Apollo, they've got a big dog too, are the same
Yeah.
height, but Brutus is fluffier.
Brutus is not. He's much taller than Nana.
Well, no, she was saying their dog Apollo.
Oh, gotcha.
Yep. Let's see.
Yeah, he's a load of fluff, and we brushed him. He was shedding not too long ago, and we brushed out a lot of hair.
So Louisa says, I love your bread recipes. I tried the
Ooh.
one using 8 cups of flour in the big plastic container. That was our first one. The bread came out so good. Well, Louisa, we almost were going to do another bread recipe today, but because of this turkey being on sale, we decided to put it off till next week.
Yeah.
Mom has started making a pan bread called naan,
Naan.
Indian.
Yes.
It's great.
Awesome.
It's kind of like a pita, but it's chewy on the inside, crusty on the
Soft,
outside
yeah,
a little
soft,
bit,
Yep.
and it's super fast, and it's a pan bread. You don't even need to cook it in your oven.
Nope. No, it's pan bread. It takes less than 2 minutes to cook in a cast iron skillet. The longest part of it is letting it rise. I let it rise in a warm place for an hour and a half at least, and it's so good. We made naan pizzas last night.
That was dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, they were really good.
Well, and I can sit and just eat one as like, you know, the other thing, like you're
Yeah.
having something for a meal and then you want something else, the other thing.
Right. Right.
And it's great.
Yep. So we'll make that next week. And it's super fast. It takes minimal ingredients to make 8 pieces of naan. It's 2 cups of flour, guys. That's it. And then there's yeast, very little yeast, salt, sugar, water. 2/3 cup of water, a little bit of
Yeah.
oil.
It didn't use a lot of flour.
2 cups. Yeah.
And it stretched a long way.
Yep. There's a couple of different recipes I've looked at. There are some that you make them with yogurt. I haven't tried that one yet. He really likes the one I've been making.
Yes.
And it was labeled as a vegan naan. We don't do anything vegan.
But we don't abuse our flour.
We don't abuse.
So it's all of our breads are vegan.
Right.
We don't
Right.
enslave them. We don't make them work for us.
Unless you use butter, then they're not.
Nope.
And we didn't use butter.
Our butter
I
was
used oil.
symbiotic.
Stop.
It's symbiotic, so it doesn't apply because the cows love us and they give us milk in exchange for providing them
Shelter.
with love and shelter and food. So it's not, there's no force. So it's still vegan.
No.
It's vegan butter.
Right. You're funny. Oh boy.
Let me see. It
So-
may be silly, but after you can either meat or veggies or fruit, how long will they still stay good on the shelf? Amber, okay, that's kind of a
We
trick
can't
question.
tell you that for legal reasons.
It's kind of a trick question
Yeah.
because you're going to want to look in the ball canning book because let's just say we've consumed things that the ball canning book would say you should have thrown away a long time ago.
Yeah.
But they're fine for us,
Yes.
but maybe not for you. So you got to do your own stuff because
Right.
legally we're not going to say
Can't
anything.
tell you. Can't tell you that. Yeah, can't tell you that. Let's just say we have many, many older jars of jam downstairs.
And they're still fine.
And they're still delicious. The only reason you would not open a can of something and eat it
If
and
it's poofed
consume it
out.
if the top has rounded out, if it's bubbling. If it's bubbling, run away.
Best just to tell them, just follow the ball canning.
Follow the ball canning jar. Follow the USDA regulations on that. But we can't give you definite answers.
Because they're not legally right.
No.
Okay.
No.
Question, and I saw you was asking this earlier. Is it true that you should not use flour in dishes you want to can? I've never seen that, but in my mind, I'm thinking you're going to make bricks.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because it would get hard.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Now you can dry can flour, which means.
No, he's saying in a dish, like.
Right. No, I would not do that. And we've done this in the past, where we've put rice in a jar with, say, a soup starter, and I won't do that again either because it takes up way too much space. You liked my smirk.
You saw it.
She saw my smirk.
That's funny.
But
No grains.
yeah, so I won't put grains or anything like that into, say, if I was making a turkey soup, okay, I would not put noodles or rice in with that jar. It would just be
It'd get nuked. It would be mush.
It would be the noodles. Forget it; they're obliterated. That's something you can store and add later. You want to just have the meat and broth in those cans.
And there's a lot of people chiming in and saying no flour, no rice, no pasta in the canning. Yeah, so thank you for adding to the conversation.
Yeah.
Deer goulash. So
I don't think so.
It won't go bad. I don't think it'll just you won't.
If you're using the flour as a thickener, maybe
don't do it.
It shouldn't go bad. But like I said, it shouldn't go bad. I can't say that for sure because I didn't know how you made it. But if you're going to use flour as a thickener, do it after you've canned it.
That makes sense.
So you can actually make a slurry with water and cornstarch, and that will thicken your dish. But I wouldn't put it in a ball canning jar.
Yeah. In certain soups, I've used a flour as a thickener, like 2 tablespoons for a big pot. If you use your flour, if you use flour, you must pressure can it.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's on her. I don't know that one.
Yeah, like I said, we don't do that. We add our grains and flour stuff after as thickener. And what are you doing?
We should see how hot that pot is.
Oh, for goodness sake. He's looking for it.
It's only 100 degrees yet. The funny thing about our dogs.
It's not quite boiling yet. It's getting there.
110.
Yeah. It takes time.
This thing has a laser on it.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And the dogs
Don't do that.
chase it like cats. That's terrifying when you have 200
They were both
pound
sleeping, and he hit that little beep, 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 and they're, what?
Brutus, did you see it? They will straight up run into the wall if you let them.
Yeah. Oh, you like our fridge art?
Oh, that's Ruth.
Ruth is, if you guys have not seen the movie Encanto, it's so cute.
It's about dead people,
No, it's not.
isn't it?
No.
I thought they were all...
it's not about dead people.
I thought it was
No,
a cartoon.
it's a cartoon, but not about dead people. That's Coco.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won't
No,
watch that.
Encanto is a very cute movie. There's some great songs in there. Great message. I looked at the Focus on the Family plugged in before I watched it. Rope is good.
Rope is good.
Yeah.
Rope is best. I like rope.
So Hope absolutely loves this movie, and she has drawn the characters from Encanto.
The funny thing about Ruth's art is, and I love her art.
What?
What?
Oh, I meant Ruth. Sorry, not Hope. She pops her head out here. She's like, no, I didn't do that.
It's okay.
Don't put me with that. No.
The funny thing about Ruth is that she makes so much art that, as a dad, you love it, but then where do you put it all?
I know. My office is full.
My office is full too.
Yeah.
And so the rule has become she has to find a place to put it that doesn't cover up anything else.
Right. He's still looking for it.
Here, let's see.
So his office is full. My office is full.
Come on.
He's going to knock stuff over.
Brutus. Rope is best.
Oh, boy.
Brutus.
And Nana goes nuts too, but she won't because Brutus is doing it now.
That was nice.
Oh, good boy, Brutus. He put it on her paw, and he didn't go after her paw. You goober.
Fun with dogs. Okay.
Yeah, so now we have 2 psycho dogs that chase red dots.
We didn't do it on purpose.
Yes,
we
you
found
did.
out by accident.
Yes, you did.
No, Nana saw it one time.
I know. Nana saw it one time, and
I
I tried to not get him to do it with Brutus because he was so much bigger.
Go on.
Yeah, that didn't work.
We have the same problem with our little artists.
Pictures everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can barely see the handles on the fridge due to the kids' art.
Yeah, it's pretty full. The handle's here. It blends in, so.
You know what? Maybe we should start making them into NFTs. Sell them online.
No.
All right.
No.
Let's see. You can buy it for about $10 or download it free. The complete guide to home canning by the USDA.
Oh, cool.
That makes sense. K and S. I miss those pictures being everywhere. Well, we can mail you a couple cases of them if you'd like.
I can mail you some.
And Ruth would be relieved because then there'd be plenty of new spots to put stuff.
Right.
Go lay down, dude.
Go on, Brutus.
Where's my rope? Rope is best.
The rope is in the living room. Go
Rope
get
is
your squeaky
good.
toy.
Oh, now he's dumping things.
Dumping
Come on,
stuff over
come on.
with his tail. I swear his rear end has its own zip code or area code because he has no control over it whatsoever.
Get him a backup alarm.
Right. Right. Oh boy.
Do you have to add water to the jars? You do not have to.
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I've seen people can meat without it.
I don't.
You're going to have to look it up.
I don't
We're
know
in
about
disagreement.
that. I think you have to add water. But I'll be honest, I don't know. Okay.
Suzanne is saying yes.
Okay.
Did Brutus eat the canned hot dogs?
No, this was a long time ago. We were still living in Ohio. We didn't have Brutus or Nana then. And I wouldn't feed those to the dogs or the chickens or anything else. I threw them straight up away. What was I going to say?
I don't know.
No
Treasure
idea.
Rescue says, I love the pottery on top of the cabinets.
Oh, thank you. That is homemade by a friend of ours that lives in Cincinnati. These were all his experiments. He was new at pottery making, and I loved them, and I got all of them like $2 or $3 each.
Yeah,
So.
and he's an accomplished artist now, so
Yeah.
we're kind of hoping that someday,
They'll be worth something.
yeah, it'll be like,
Yeah.
we sold off our pottery and bought 20 acres of land.
Yeah. I've got a bowl, and the mug over there, the handle broke off of. But there's a mug here that I use for these that I really like.
Yeah.
Needs to get
Okay,
washed.
some more answers on the canning dry. Venison makes its own juice, no water needed. Bandana Grandma says no water needed for chicken. It's in the book. I've seen dry pack canning. It makes its own juice. Some things can be canned dry. Some things.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay. Here's a secret. I hate canning. Absolutely hate it.
It just saves so much money.
It saves so much money, but I hate the process. It takes an entire day to can things.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to can effectively, it takes an entire day, sometimes two, because there's prep work. Then there's the canning time. Then there's the cleanup. And our daughter, Claire, loves canning. So next time we can,
She's
I'm
wired.
inviting her over. Come on, Claire. I'll pay you to can all this stuff.
See, what you guys won't see is when this video's done, we're going to be still canning.
I'll be still canning. We've probably got another 10 pounds of meat here that's got to get canned.
And is that turkey one or both of them?
Where?
Is that
It's
both
both
of them?
turkeys.
Okay.
Both turkeys. We've got legs here and
We're
wings.
going to eat those. So
We're going to roast those in the
helps.
oven. So we've got... Actually, I don't think we'll be canning anymore. Because... Well, let me see. I got
Turkey
one
salad?
thigh. I only have one thigh left.
You know, let's roast it all.
We're going to roast it all.
And then we can make like turkey salad.
We can do that. We can do that. Here, turn that oven on, baby.
How hot? 400?
400. Ugh, got a hair in my mouth. All right,
You're going to want to season them, right?
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna arrange them real quick. Might as well get them done while we're just sitting here, chatting.
We can meat because dehydrated and powdered meat is ooky. Now,
Yucky.
let me tell you what, though, folks. If you guys don't know that we're Thrive Life consultants, that's freeze-dried meats are delightful.
So good.
And you just scoop them out. They sit on the shelf, don't need refrigeration.
Yep.
And then you can either rehydrate it or
there's
just
some there.
add extra liquid to whatever it is that you're cooking. And it is great and perfect and just done. Matter of fact, I'll go get one. You talk to him about
There's
roasting.
some chicken. The pan. Oh man, I wish we had a wireless camera. So last Saturday,
Oh, we cleaned the pantry.
we cleaned the pantry. The kids and I gutted the entire pantry. We have a pretty big pantry. It probably is 12 foot long by 4 foot wide. So one side has shelves on it. And so we gutted the entire pantry. We threw away a bunch of garbage. We fed stale crackers to the cows. They loved it. And now our pantry's organized. And I love my pantry now. So it's just kind of weird that we went nuts. There was another thigh over there, but I'm just going to put it in here.
Let me show you. These are freeze-dried meats. And you notice, well, you couldn't have noticed. Well, you could have noticed I didn't take it out of the refrigerator because they were sitting on the pantry. And this is chicken. And all that's in it is chicken and salt. Now, check this out. They're big pieces of chicken. It's not like ground up grossness. And it's actual chicken. Like, so when you rehydrate it and you use it, not only does it taste great, but it gives you that feel of you're actually eating meat and not something just mushy or weird.
Yeah.
There's that. And these are beef chunks. So this is actually just beef. Big pieces of beef. So you can make all kinds of recipes with that by just throw them in there or add a little water. And
yeah, no, the texture on these pieces of meat are phenomenal. It is that you're eating real meat, but the feel of it, it's right. It's the right feel.
Well, and if you're interested, I mean, obviously, folks, there's a lot going on with our food supply system.
Yeah.
And isn't it nice to just walk into the pantry and go, hey, do you got some yogurt in there? Yeah, we got yogurt in there. Do you have any beef or cheese? Yeah, we got beef and cheese. We've got fruit.
Smell like beef and cheese.
Smell like beef and cheese. You sit on a throne of lies. But yeah, there's a link in the video description if you're interested in finding out more, because guess what? Everybody used to complain saying that this was a lot more money. Not so much anymore.
Yeah.
And the fact that it can sit on the shelf, I mean, how much is beef or chicken going to be 5 years from now? And this will still be as good as the day that it was packed for 25 years.
That's weird. So, I just seasoned our turkey. Our stove is possessed. Keeps clicking. I seasoned our turkey that we're going to roast, and I love this Bragg's 24 seasoning for herbs and spices. What is wrong with this thing? Anyway, it has so many different seasons. Well, it's got 24 different seasonings.
Raspberries. I got sidetracked.
Did you?
Raspberries.
Our stove is possessed again.
Stove is possessed.
Yeah. Anyway, so I just use salt in that seasoning, and I'll roast this until it's done.
What'd you do?
I
this
don't-
is off.
It's supposed
You
to
did
be
that
off.
on purpose? No,
Yeah,
this-
I just took that off to clean that spot out.
Come on now. Why are you doing that?
I'm just gonna turn that off.
What, this one?
Yeah, I just turned it off for a second.
There it goes. You got it.
Yeah, sometimes it just shuts off, and all that is there's something must be dirty in there. All right, so now as you can see,
Oh, is it
maybe
going? Yeah.
it's starting to
steaming.
steam. Boy, that's annoying. And
If you
then
want,
we'll
we can put it on this one, but you want me to put it on that one?
yeah, I can do
Here,
it. Let me get the hot pads.
All right.
I know. Relax, Brutus.
Naan bread. Yeah, we're gonna make that next week. Ooh, that thing's like a blowtorch.
Mm-hmm. There. Still going.
Uh-oh.
Here, turn them all on.
Turn them all off.
No, turn them all on.
Oh, well now it's stopped. Oh, I don't know what's going on here. It's craziness.
Yeah, it's loud.
God's Country 17. I love your channel. I've learned so much from you guys. Keep up. Oh, that's very
Aw,
kind.
thank you.
That's kind. All right.
All right, so
Now you gotta wait 10 minutes.
you gotta wait 10 minutes, and this has gotta have solid steam coming up, and then you can just put the top on.
You saved me money today. I was dying for a takeout burger and found your video and
Oh,
started
I'm
doing
glad.
things in the kitchen. So now I'm having a green salad out of the
Yay!
vertical garden. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah, our vertical garden is,
Frozen.
yeah, it's still
Yeah.
covered in ice.
Yeah.
Let's see. This is scaring you. Oh, no. It's just...
Oh no, it's just that sometimes it does that when around the pilot light there's
Something
some
gunk.
dirt, you know, some breadcrumbs or something got in there. So I just need to go in there and just clean that out. It's not a big deal. But it stopped doing it.
Stove is rebelling.
See now here? Now
Now
it's
it's
sealed.
sealed.
So all of the pressure is going to come out of here now, and we'll be able to put the weight on it in just a few
just a few
minutes.
minutes.
Yep.
MJFL. They're from Quebec.
Oh, very cool.
That's very kind. Thank you. Propane stove down low enough. Yeah. We will be able to.
Yeah, we'll be able to turn it down. We have several different BTU burners on here, so we'll be able to move this to the back and be able to turn it down to where it'll stay at 10 psi, 10 pounds of pressure, 10 pounds of pressure per square inch, right? Is that what it is? PSI?
Yes, PSI.
Per square inch, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brad and Krista, I'm alone here, and have even set my alarm on the phone so I know when you're on the line. Oh,
That's very sweet.
Thanks, Kurt.
We came on late today because
We just got behind.
It took me a long time. I haven't deboned a chicken or a turkey in a while, so I had to remember how to do it, and
It was fun.
I know it was fine.
Well, and that's the funny thing, guys, is that I know that you get used to seeing us at a certain time, and sometimes life gets in the way. We just can't do it.
Yeah.
So if we don't show up, it's not because we don't want to.
Right.
Ooh, yeah, I can make music with that.
Yeah.
There we go. Ooh, that's hot.
Yeah, it's hot. Don't do that.
Good thing I play guitar.
Yeah, no kidding. You don't
Otherwise I'd
feel
have
your
felt
fingers. All right, I'm going to put this turkey in the oven. Excuse
Yep.
me, honey. Oh, that's
That
a good
looks
20 pounds.
Really good.
Yeah.
We're gonna have turkey everything here.
We're gonna have lots of turkey.
We're gonna have
Plus,
to have,
we have turkey for the shelf.
We're gonna have to have potatoes and gravy now. You know we're gonna
Oh,
have
of course.
to. It's
course.
mini Thanksgiving.
Mini Thanksgiving.
Hey, what's your crew do? Actually, you know what? We could probably serve that tomorrow night.
We could make like a casserole or something.
I don't know. We sometimes have a Bible devotion when things work out.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's usually like a pan dinner that we can make something for everybody because it takes a big pan of food to feed a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And last time it was ziti. Was it ziti last time?
I don't know. Sometimes we make fajitas. Not
I
fajitas.
think it was Mexican last time.
Mexican. We make tacos or.
Yep, it was Mexican last time. But then we've also, I found this really great recipe on Food Wishes. Chef John.
Yeah.
He makes this pan. It's for like parties and things, but it's used chicken thighs and it's a chicken parmesan.
You can use chicken breast too. You
But
don't have to use
thighs are
thighs.
cheaper
Thighs are
and-
cheap. Well, actually, not really. Sometimes thighs, if you can get them on sale, they're cheaper. But most of the time, they're over $2, where chicken breasts are $1.99.
Well, potato. Tomato. Okay, so he layers all this stuff, the chicken, sauce, cheese, and then breadcrumbs, and then cheese again, and it makes like
So good.
kind of a chicken parmesan thing, and it's cheap enough where you can actually still feed 20 people, and it's
Yeah.
not that bad.
Yeah. All right, has it been 10 minutes? I didn't really set the timer.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 10
Okay.
minutes.
All right, so now very carefully, so you don't burn yourself. Actually, I'm going to put on a hot pad.
That's probably wise.
Just to be cautious.
Grandma's so happy.
Put that
Krista
right-
could open her restaurant, her own restaurant. Her food is amazing.
No, won't do it. Now, we got to keep a close eye on this. And from this point, 90 minutes. And then at 90 minutes, turn off the burner.
And leave it.
Don't touch it. Do not touch it. It will burn you to bits. Do not touch it. You're going to leave this for several hours. This is going to come down. The pressure will drop. This will drop. And then once it's cool, you can take it out. You can take them out. I would almost recommend leaving it till the next day. Just leave it alone.
I need to be able to see the gauge. They
No,
don't.
I know. I know.
There we go.
I am drying these extra. I overwashed the jars because I wasn't sure how many we were going to need. So I'm drying these lids because I don't want them to rust.
Oh my gosh, people. I can smell turkey cooking right now.
Oh,
that
so good.
quick. This is going to be awesome. Now, we'll have to just keep an eye on it since it's not a normal size, but it won't take that long.
No.
Ginger Snap Judy, I love Chef John. I have never, ever, ever had a Chef John recipe not be amazing.
We follow his recipe for prime rib,
Perfect.
and it's perfect every time.
Perfect.
We actually made two. We had one humongous prime rib,
Came
remember?
off of one of our cows.
It came off one of our cows. We had a big one. So we cooked the whole thing. and we only ate half of it. So I vacuum sealed the other half, and it's still cooked, it's perfect, and it's in the freezer. So when we go to want to eat it, we'll just put it in our sous vide.
I think there might have been a slight misunderstanding, or one of us might have tripped.
What?
Ute is saying, shouldn't you do 90 minutes from the point you reach pressure? Yes.
Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, you're right. I made a mistake, yes. And I just, just as we're talking,
Sometimes we get tripped up. It's live.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
There's no editing.
This is real life, folks.
We're already at...
almost like 4.
3.5.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, once the pressure is up
Yeah,
to 10 pounds.
I misspoke. I'm sorry.
Raven, huh? Let me tell you what about that raven. I have had, for whatever reason, she's rolling her eyes. For whatever reason, YouTube, you know how they give you recommended videos? They have all of a sudden started giving me videos on crows and how you can train crows and how you can have like a pet crow and how smart they are. And I got to tell you, there's one guy who comes to our Bible devotion on Big Family Devotions channel in the mornings. His name is Dan. And he said that when he was a kid, he would go and get a raven and train them. Mm-hmm. Again and again. He says
a raven or a crow?
Crows, sorry.
Crows.
And I thought, that would be something that would be just wicked cool to do. And she's been pooh-poohing me ever since I thought of it.
I don't know. The only inside animal I care to have is a dog. I don't want any.
I don't want a crow
inside. The kids
inside.
keep asking for rabbits and guinea pigs. No.
I'll keep
We're not doing it.
Matter of fact, what I'd probably do is I would try to get one that was already, maybe an adolescent and just work with it outside. It has its home. It goes to its home.
Did you go to your home?
Go to your home.
Too good for your home?
Treat it, give it peanuts and stuff is what they like. They like all kinds of nuts. Train it.
You're nuts.
I have the weirdest YouTube feed. It says Lola Granola. Well, if we're on it, then yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Let's see.
10 minutes vent, get up to pressure, then 90 minutes at 10 psi, adjust according to your elevation. Yes, you do need to adjust it to your elevation. Our elevation is not where you need to adjust it. When we lived in Ohio, we could keep it at 10 and it was fine. We are a little bit higher, but not much, I think. I can't remember the elevation.
We're at almost 6 psi. So when we get about up to 8 or 9, I'll slow down the gas and start to watch it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Angel Fraser, y'all are so much fun. Thank you. Just dehydrating eggs from her girls. Chickens.
So I know there was a gal that made a comment. I think it was a gal. I'm not sure. About making more egg videos. She was asking if we can make more egg videos.
Like what?
I don't know. That's the thing. I mean.
Throw them at each other?
Oh, that no.
Here, I'll catch it with my face.
No. There's lots of things that we make with eggs, but there's really nothing.
Here's the trick.
Make egg salad.
She's just now coming into the world of eggs.
Yeah.
Just now.
Yeah.
Up until probably 6 months ago, maybe a year ago, she wouldn't eat eggs.
It was longer ago than that. It was when we first started having chickens. Before we had chickens, I wouldn't touch eggs.
We're at 7.
But now, since we've been having chickens for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll eat eggs.
Knowing what they eat, knowing how they're treated. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, of course, now for me, my eggs have to be completely cooked. I cannot have any runny, it can't be like some gelatinous brain sitting on my plate.
Now, when she says completely cooked, that's not like
Burned.
you and I think completely cooked.
Burned.
Her idea of completely cooked is, let's just say, the color of bark on a tree.
Burned.
Completely.
Yep. Burned. I want crispy. I want the yolk completely cooked. I don't want to see any kind of runny, not even a teeny tiny bit, because it makes me gag. But Okay, I will tell you what I had for breakfast this morning.
I'm just checking the PSS.
No, that's fine. I'll tell you what I had for breakfast this morning. This is something I have probably 4 out of 7 days in a week. I have an egg, cheese, like fried. I make my fried eggs, and then I take it out and I put on a tortilla cheese and turkey, put that down, put the egg on top of the turkey, and then have more turkey, cheese, and a tortilla on top. And I make an egg, turkey, cheese quesadilla with my favorite thing. And I know you guys are going to say, oh, that's so bad for you. Sriracha mayo. Love it. Absolutely love it. It's a little spicy, a little creamy, just like me. I'm a little spicy. And I love that. It's so good. I made it for David, or for Jonathan. I made one for David when we went to see him. And I made some for Jonathan and Jessica when they were here at Christmas time, and they loved it. It's a great breakfast. I've got protein, I've got dairy, and it's just so good.
We did do a video recently on breakfast burritos where you freeze them.
Yep.
And then you can just either heat them up in the oven or an air fryer. I'll tell you what, or a microwave, but our new favorite gadget in the world is?
Our air fryer.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, it is at 10 PSI officially. Count the time, mother.
All right. Here, I'll just set a timer on here.
I'm just going
90
to put it low and
minutes.
see how it goes.
There, done.
And if we have to take it off
It might need to go to the back burner.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. So there it is, guys. That's the video because we're not hanging out for another 90 minutes.
Yeah.
But when we come back next week, we're going to make the naan bread. It's a pan bread. Well, we explained it.
And we'll show you the finished product
That's
of the canned turkey. Yeah, we'll show you the canned turkey. So.
Yep.
Yep.
So that said, thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us.
Is it really 10 after 1?
I know. And there's really still
tired.
200 people watching.
Yeah.
That's
tired.
awesome. Here.
No, I don't like that stool.
She hates the
I do.
stool.
It's too tall. Too tall for me.
Yep. All right. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
You guys have an amazing and blessed day. See you next.
That's all, folks.